What's up, y'all? And welcome to another glorious edition of Broad Street Blitz Take Leader Edition with your boy Kukat Connor. Leader Johnson will be here in a minute. Before Leader jumps in, just a little heads up. It's basically all about AJ Brown because as y'all can see, we got this, and we got this, and we got this, and we got this. And we got this. Right? So I need y'all help. Let me see the chat real quick. I need y'all help. Right? So this is what I need y'all to do. We got a poll. Would you trade AJ Brown? 1 is for yes. 2 is for no. Okay? 1 is for yes. 2 is for no. Would you trade AJ Brown? Because leader says we should. I say we shouldn't. What say y'all? What up? All right. If you think so, put a 1. Lil G Griffin. If you don't think that, put a 2. Hey, Mike Green. If you believe, if y'all think the Eagles should trade AJ Brown, put a 1. If you don't, put a 2. All right. If y'all think, what up, Mike Green, by the way? If y'all think we're trading AJ Brown, put a 1. If you don't, put a 2. Okay. Okay. We're just waiting for Leader Johnson. Because Leader Johnson thinks, shout out to Lil G Griffin. If you think we're not trading AJ Brown, put a 2. If you think we are, put a 1. Let me see the votes real quick while I wait for Leader. Wow. Y'all really think we're really trading him? Well, y'all know where I stand. I don't think that's going to happen. Like, if we trade AJ Brown, I'm having the poll because me and Leader is in a disagreement. Leader Johnson, who will be here in a minute, says we're going to trade AJ Brown. I believe AJ Brown is going to remain an Eagle. He's still going to rock the black, white, Kelly, and midnight green. Right? Leader thinks we are trading AJ Brown. I already did. I sent everything on your Twitter. Yep, because we're already live and I'm just stalling. Yep. Yeah. Like, Leader believes that we're not trading, we're trading AJ Brown. I believe we're not. Like, if we trade AJ Brown, Like you can't do it. Like you can't, can't trade that guy. That's all I'm saying. Like I get what people saying. Like we shouldn't, but we like no. Like if you trade AJ, here's Leah Johnson right here. Hold on, let me. Why did I press that for?
Yo.
Yep. What up,
What
leader?
up, y'all? I'm your host with the most, so have a toast, Leader Johnson. I'm here, man. Broad Street Blitz Draft Edition. It's getting to that time. It's clutch time. This one
Yep.
we will start
As
like
you can see, leader.
yeah.
As you can see, leader. While we was talking, I made a poll of would you trade AJ Brown? Because like I'm trying to tell Mike, you and I are in a disagreement around here with AJ Brown. You believe that we're going to trade AJ Brown and we're going to draft a wide receiver. I believe that AJ Brown is staying the Eagle and we got other needs to worry about other than wide receivers. As you can see by the poll, 2 people voted yes. We're still waiting for everybody else to vote.
Okay. Put up the 2 posts about AJ. I sent you, man. Yeah. It's like inevitable. Like it's inevitable. I'm just posting the news. Of course, I won't want to trade AJ Brown. We want this stuff to work out, but it's inevitable. Like it's literally inevitable for us to
Yeah, hold
even
on.
go along
Hold
with it.
on. Right.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, right there. You purchased it.
Yep.
I saw. Listen, I saw a post yesterday by Boston Dream. Shout out to them on Twitter. But I was like, I needed another confirmation before I even acknowledge it, right? And then it came out this morning, like around this time. I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He's purchased a house. Come on, like the first thing that we're gonna start with this. Go to the other picture. I sent you another one where another thing was said today. Another guy I really have a lot of respect for. Um, what's up, Thomas R. Peterson? Man, he always is an Eagle fan, diehard Eagle analyst. He does a lot, you know what I mean? So he found out from Nick Foles, and because he's been trying to find a lot of sources, like because he's really about AJ Brown staying. Thomas R. Peterson is about him staying, like everybody is, right? But they want to not believe he's going. It's a different thing if he's staying, but he's telling people he doesn't want to be here. What the Eagles are doing is business wise. They don't want to put it out like, yeah, we're going to trade. They don't want to put that out. They got so many different cards, so many teams talking to them. It's different. They're not doing it. Then it comes out. Howie comes out. The first thing that confirmed it was Howie came out and gave you the options it would be to even listen to a trade. If he was just going to say that, forget this trade, hey, what? Trade AJ Brown? First, he was like, we don't trade great players. And I look past that. But when he put out the options, I said, why would you do that? And then you'd see Albert Breer comes out with the 5 teams that he gave. He went, why would you give an option? Then you started hearing rumors that he wasn't happy, didn't want to be here. You know, you let that swirl. Okay, you see, I'm excited, I'm home. You saw him post those, right? But those are all AJ Brown is an Eagle. Are you going to trade him? AJ Brown is an Eagle. I mean, Howie just keeping it. But then Shefty comes out. Then I sent you Danny Perkins, who's always on first things first or this and that. He's an analyst. You know what I'm saying? When people start getting all these things about AJ Brown from the actual source, it's just got it. Then you get this coming out. And he got a purchase. I saw that. I was like, you know, people could put out things. You see it all the time. But then you see these are reliable guys. Boston Dream actually is a reliable guy, but I wanted to hear more. And then Shefty's saying it. So it's inevitable. And then we're talking about the draft coming up. What they're going to be. They're going to be a Super Bowl contending team without AJ. When y'all say that, y'all makes me feel like y'all don't believe in Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown leaves, so what? Jalen Hurts has succeeded with a lot of different quarterbacks. McNabb had the worst thing with quarterbacks ever. I mean, with receivers, Torrance Small, Charles Johnson, Ty Pinkerton, James Thrash. This team is still a Super Bowl team. Like, it's not even a hint. And then you get this what you do. Dontavian Wicks. put that up. I sent you something about Dontavian Wicks. They made a trade.
Basically, it's like this when it comes to AJ Brown. It's like this. Hold on, leader. It's like this with AJ Brown. Like I said, I don't really care anymore. If he's here, great. If he's not, whatever. I just don't care no more. Really, I'm done talking about it. We've been talking about it ever since we got eliminated. Everybody talked more about the Philadelphia Eagles than the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. I'm done talking about AJ Brown. I love him to death. Jalen freaking Hurts, that's a different story because that's my mother chucking quarterback. I'll talk about him all the live long day. But AJ Brown, if he stays, great. If he doesn't get traded, it don't matter to me. I don't care.
Just giving the news. We are Broad Street. We got to give the news. It's hot. It's going on. So we got to give people the realness because this isn't something you look past because it will make you think it's not going on. Oh, they're not talking. No, this is what's going on. Now, it's draft time. Let's go to Dontavian Wicks. Dontavian Wicks, we're going to talk about that. He's the type of guy. Go to his. I sent you the trade and also the $12.5 million Dontavian Wicks. That one right there. Go to that one, the receiver. We'll come back and talk about Kenyon Sadiq. Yeah, not that one. The other one, the guy that we got. 6'1", 205 from the Green Bay Packers. That Dontavian Wicks, they traded for him. They traded at 2027. They some late round picks, but 2 picks for one receiver. He's a Sean Mannion guy. Like Sean Mannion was over there. He knew the receivers, and he's here. 6'1", 205, strong, gray hands. Was a great receiver in Virginia. I mean, he broke the record over there. I mean, the guy, listen, it was times Dontavian looked like he definitely had that talent. So now you give him a $12.5 million extension. So it's just like certified. I mean, you got now that's him, Hollywood Brown, and Elijah Moore. You still got Darius Cooper, Johnny Wilson, who I think all of those guys will fight. Darius Cooper's not sitting back. So that's going to be this with Elijah Moore there. He's going to fight with Darius Cooper and Johnny Wilson to make that. Whoever don't make the team, they're going to make the practice squad. So they're going to, for the first time in so long, the Eagles wide receiving core is super deep. And they're doing that because they're unloading for a loss. Because they're also thinking about, go to the Jordan Tyson thing. That was like last week, the Jordan Tyson article. That was like last week, but I emphasized on it. Kenyon Sadiq, we're going to talk about top 30 visits. Go to the other one. Jordan Tyson, because we're going to go emphasize on Kenyon Sadiq. Jordan Tyson, if it's 2 receivers, because this is not a strong class receiver. I told you, but if there's 2 receivers in this draft who are the it guys, it's Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson. And with Jordan, this is real funny because what Jordan Tyson is doing is very funny. Very funny. You remember Jalen Carter going to the combine and him not performing.
Oh, don't remind me of Jalen Carter. Don't
being overweight, Carter. Man. Like it was crazy, right? But he moved down. This was the number 1 rated guy. Only guy competing with him was Bijan Robinson, who was the number 1 guy in that joint. And I wanted Bijan. You know what I'm saying? That was before we even got Barkley. And all of a sudden, this was the craziest hand of poker. Hobby Roseman, he just plays it. He falls to this guy was a generational team, falls to 10. That was unbelievable. And they traded up and got him. Now, the thing is, if Jordan Tyson falls, this is the one rumor that hasn't been confirmed, hasn't been posted, but it's been said many times. 8 is the spot. The New Orleans Saints have 8. They don't even want that draft pick. If Jordan Tyson falls to 8, because he was already a top 10 guy, but he hasn't been ironically, he hasn't been performing at the combine. He hasn't no workouts. And so he's falling. Sound familiar? So all of a sudden it comes to, well, Howie is aggressive. They're really loving Jordan Tyson. And you know, Carnell Tate is around 6 to the 7. Some people think Cincinnati. Some people think the Browns. But if he falls to 8, the Eagles are going to play ball. The Eagles are going to play ball. And it seems like Jordan Tyson's looking like number 15. Like the people are just like kind of, oh, he's not working out. Now he's, whatever. Other guys who the Eagles are talking about in the first round, offensive tackle. If you look at the visits, there's a lot of offensive linemen and receivers. And offensive lineman, Khalib Lamu, it's another guy. I don't got his picture there, but Khalib Lamu is like a top 20 guy out of Utah, big time guy. And Max Ayaharki, I'm saying it right. This man performed crazy at the combine. 6'6", 330. That guy's nice out of Arizona State. That's another guy I look at. You look at Ione. That's another guy. Caden Proctor. They would also been talking to Caden Proctor. These are first round guys. These are top 20 guys. So those are guys that they'll go for if they come to 23. They're not going to trade up for an offensive lineman. That's not going to happen. They're going to wait for that. But the one they want to trade up for that's a guy like a receiver. Those are the only guys you're hearing about. Amari Cooper Jr. was another guy got a visit. He's a top 20 type of guy. He's moving up. He has a 4.4 speed, big time. Kenyon Sadiq. Let's go to Kenyon Sadiq. Now that's a big one because he's been a favorite for a long time for the Eagles. Because everybody's been talking about tight end. Top 30 visit, they did it. See, this is the time in the draft where the Eagles start bringing in people who are like top 10, or the more important. That's why I say when it's early, it isn't like they won't consider or they're not strong interests. It's just that that's not the guys they're thinking about. They even all this Jordan Tyson talk, expect him to come in for a visit. Expect him to come in for a visit. Kenyon Sadiq, everybody was like, oh, what's going on with Kenyon Sadiq? No, expect him to come in for a visit. These are the guys, they're interested, but they're not going to trade up for Sadiq. If he falls to 23, which I think the Chiefs are going to get him, man, like 9, or it's going to be somebody. But the Eagles are interested. Because if he falls to if he falls to 18, the Eagles will go up and get him. At the type of talent that Sadiq is, they'll go up and get him. They're not going to trade for Amari Cooper Jr. They're not going to trade for Mekhi Lemon, but they want a guy with size. A.J. Brown is gone, so they're like, we need a guy that's relatable to A.J. Brown. That's where they're going. Look, 6'1", 205, that's Dontavian Wicks. Brown is 5'9", and Elijah Moore is 5'11". They're just going to rock out and just be explosive guys. You see how this offense is shaping? Like the Green Bay Pack. Remember Green Bay Packers with all those receivers? Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden. They have all these receivers. This is what the Eagles are doing now. Like they want to have the big guys, but they want other guys to throw to. So the offense can be like, oh, where they're throwing at. Because you remember, if you remember, a certain source came out like, oh, we're predictable. AJ, we're predictable. They know what we're going to do. That's what they said about the now with because every time, right, they got A.J. Brown and Devontae, but they never really lose a third receiver like that. Zacchaeus, Dotson, since Nelson Aguilar and Jason Avant, they ain't really used a third receiver for the Eagles. They don't really focus on them. Look, on 2017, we was using 4. You're talking about Alshon, Torrey Smith, now Nelson Aguilar, who had a heck of a year that year because people think he was a bust, and then Mac Hollins, who's with the Bills. 6'4", could run a 4.5. Remember him? He was doing the crazy dances and stuff. It was crazy. Yeah. But yeah, it was 4 receivers. And we used 3 tight ends. Remember Trey Burton was number 3. He did the Philly special. Number 2 was Brent Selleck. No, number 1 was Zach. Now we got to get back to that point. Like we just got to get back to that point. And I think Sean Mannion, and I like what's going on. When guys are excited, and he's a position guy, but I still got to see it because we got a new guy. You always have to see it. But what I like, the last 2 times we went to the Super Bowl and won, they were quarterbacks. The offensive coordinators were quarterbacks. They were Frank Reich, Kellen Clemens. They were quarterback. They were position guys. They've done this. Chris Cooper, his offensive line coach, and Stoutland helped recruit him. Found out Stoutland helped recruit Chris Cooper. So this is all, everybody's still working together to make things right. You know why? I'm going to tell people why AJ and the Patriots, let me tell you what the Eagles are doing. They're trying to make him happy. Okay, we're not just going to trade you to anybody unless somebody give us what we want. And he's put out the teams that, ironically, AJ, the Eagles have talked to the Buffalo Bills, but they're not doing enough. The Eagles have talked to the Rams.
So who's wide receiver 2? If Devontae Smith is wide receiver 1, who's wide receiver 2?
It could be, it's a lot of options there. It's a lot of options. Hollywood Brown could be it. He's a guy that's between 800 and 1,000 yard season. He's definitely more than well to get it.
All right, then give me your list. Give me your list of from 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. Who's wide receiver 1? Who's wide receiver 2? Wide receiver 3? Wide receiver 4? And wide receiver 5 or 6 if AJ Brown does get traded.
Well, it's a lot of options. Like I said, one is Brown, right? But Dontavian Wicks is not going to do that. The third, they are investing in him. He's going to compete, but they are investing in him being the number 3. That's where he's going to be at. Brown will be the number 2. He will be the experienced guy. But check this out, though. If the Jordan Tyson trade or the trade up happens, they're starting. Jordan Tyson is starting. He's in the first round. He's a go-get-it. He's a special hands dude, bro.
He would be wide receiver too, right?
Yes. If they get Jordan Tyson, you put him a 6'2". This guy's good. This guy has hands, man. Him and Carnell Tate are the ones I would be. I like Armar Copa Jr.
All right, so is Smitty 1, Tate or the other wide receiver we draft is 2, Hollywood 3. Who's number 4, 5, and 6 then?
Well, you can go anywhere. You can go Elijah Moore. You can go Darius Cooper. You go Johnny Wilson. They're free. They can throw it anywhere. You can go anywhere. Where you want to go? You can go anywhere. Now they have loaded up the wide receiver room. You got Danny Gray coming there. All these guys, you're just so like, this Jalen Hurts is your quarterback. You believe in him, right? You should know this is nothing to happen for finally you get a guy now. You're going to get all that mess stop being talked about. Oh, it's just AJ and Devontae. No, now Jalen's going to be able to flex his muscle because he got a quarterback coach back there now. Like Kellen Clemens understood him. He understood a quarterback. Now you got a quarterback back there. So if y'all believe in, hey, stop. It's acting like y'all, we're doomed. AJ, are you crazy? How many people we had in the Super Bowl? Wasn't just AJ? Devontae. Oh, my God. We are a Super Bowl team. Now we done got more receivers. Y'all don't see that? I'm just talking to the people. Some people are like, we all good. We cool. We going to be all right. We straight. Damian Woody. One time he was like, Damian Woody is a defensive tackle. Damian Woody is an opinion guy. He's not really on all respect to a lot of people. You know what I mean? But you got to break down when guys talking, who's talking on intelligence and who's talking on just heart. Because that's the same guys who don't believe in Jalen and all of a sudden believe in him when he becomes the MVP. Oh, they praise him. But them the guys who don't believe in him. No, Jalen Hurts, no, he can't throw. He can't do that. But as soon as he succeeds, so those are the guys I kind of be like, I don't really, I'm looking at the facts myself. But then I'm trying to, go up and honor opinions and honor where you're coming from. But I can't honor you if you all of a sudden trail on when you was back and didn't believe in the guy who's running the ship. I can't do that. But no, let's go back to that again. There's Smitty, who's going to have 1,300 yards, right? Then I'm talking about stats, if they're there. If this happens. Hollywood Brown, say he's number 2. He's going to get 800. He could get 1,000. I mean, Jalen Hurts is about to be really throwing that ball now. Because Sean Mannion's going to do that. All right? It's already out there. You see how they're investing in receivers. This is not a game.
Before you continue, to Nick Sirianni, if we're going to do this with AJ Brown, you better know what the heck you're doing. That's all I'm going to say about that. But go ahead, leader.
How do you not believe in the Eagles now?
I do believe in the Eagles. What you talking about?
That's it. They know Nick Sirianni. We know he's done it. I'm going to always go with him. We want to see Sean Mannion, right? But I know we're going to be in the playoffs regardless. But we want to see how this man works and progressing. But I also gave you facts. When they go for a guy that's a quarterback, they always answer the question. It's like Jalen Hurts. Everybody now it's clutch time because he does have to do it this year. They're putting him on the grill. The media, everybody's digging at him. And what does he do? He always answers. So now you should know this is going to be a crazy year. You should be super excited because every time his back is against the wall.
Death taxes and Jalen freaking Hurts for me. You know that. Come on, leader.
2021. Remember when they was 2 draft picks? They was like, if he ain't good. And the one thing I said was, if this man is going to be the quarterback before 2022, he has to have an MVP year. And he don't have to win it, but he got to have an MVP year. And what the hell did he do?
MVP.
Like, to me, he should have won, but whatever. But but listen, man, I believe in the squad. The thing is always the offensive coordinator. Because last year was just stupid. I mean, man, it was crazy. It was worse than Brian Johnson. Anybody seeing? The crazy fact is that we got the talent. We could just walk over people. Jordan Davis. We got Jomo. Everybody was mad about, Milton Williams gone. What did Jomo do? Oh man, Kobe Dean hurt. What the heck did Jahad Campbell do? Oh, we got rookie cornerbacks. What did they do? Like we got a rookie safety. What did he do? Like they always answer the questions, man. Like this is the Eagles. This is what goes down. We are one of the most winning teams, only team, Kansas City, couple guys, but we are in that elite class. You just want the expectation. Y'all, I know all fans, believe me, I roll with y'all. You're so loving. Oh, we got 2 number 1 receivers, which people don't have. They don't have number 1 receivers. It just don't go down like that. So we were blessed with it, but this man is a very unhappy man. He doesn't want to be here. Because Howie wouldn't even flexed on it. But he's not a panicker, though. That's the thing. He don't, you know what? And Jerry Jones looks like because he pays his guys. Listen, he's going to make you happy. Elijah Moore might get traded with AJ. I think that might be a package. Because it's about to be a crowded room. And think about it. You trading his friend with him to the Patriots, and they go, and you got your boy with you, and you can sit there, and, you got Drake May throw to you. It is what it is. But check this out. I want to tell people this. You look at the stats. Have y'all been doing homework on the receivers we got? These are explosive boys. It's about to be a show. We got 3 running backs. Now you got Pierce to compete with Shipley. They are loading the box. You see all those tight ends they signed? Stone Smart, Johnny Munt. They are going for, and they're still going to draft a receiver. Even if they don't go in the first round, they're going to draft a receiver in the first 3 rounds. That's it. That's it. Like, that's even evident. Like, say AJ Brown stays, he's going next year. Like, this not even, I said this before. I said, let's just say he stays. It's already evident by the knocking on the wall that he's gone next year. It's not even a question. They would have never let none of this even circle. This would have never surfaced. So it's all what he wanted. It's not like we beating that AJ. AJ wants this, man. This man going on podcasts with the Patriots. You got Kevin Byard. He up there vouching for him. He up there saying, "Come on." I'm like, "Why y'all? Come on." He would have instantly said, "Come on, no, I'm not being traded." And Howie would have been like, "This is not going down. Y'all stop asking me that." Howie is playing with y'all. Y'all see how he be smiling at the. It is crazy. They just want to wait and let it go down. They don't want to make a commotion. They're not even speaking out right. It was one guy, Jay Jones. I forgot. He was like, the source he got told him that AJ Brown's not is being quiet and not speaking because he's been told the deal is going to be done in the summer. He was told already that the deal was going to be done in the summer. So that's that part. Draft time. Let's rock with it.
Yeah.
Deion Sadiq. Let's talk about the tight end position because Dallas is here for 1 year, right? I think they're going to draft the tight end, and I think it's going to be, to me, I say it's a cool case bull because he loved Georgia Bulls, man. Oscar Delp ran a 4.4, and I really see him being a pick somewhere, man. Max Clare, that's another guy at Stanford. I think it's Stanford, if I'm getting it right. That's another guy they're looking at. They had one come in for a tight end visit. Can't say his name right. Nate B. Y'all look it up for me. Excuse me. Ran good at the combine. Is a good blocker. First name Nate. I gotta be right because when they like that, sorry, y'all. Leader messes it up. Them names. I don't be wanting to mess them up. That tight end position is very interesting. I like Stone Smart. Anybody look him and EJ Jenkins. I like the way they catch the ball, man. If anybody have watched these boys play, they could be like they look like EJ is 6'6". You know what I'm saying? Like Stone Smart. If y'all seen this man's tape playing football in NFL games, man, so they can go and get guys that are cheap that can go up like TJ Edwards, like Marcus Epps did. Guys came in all of a sudden just came up. They believed in them and they started and they came up. So the Eagles are good at doing it. Reed Blankenship. Like these guys just came up. They are good at grooming young players. The last 3 years have been unbelievable. So there's no way you can believe that this front office isn't going to do a job, and he's doing the due diligence too. We're going to get it. Well, I'm going to tell you what we're going to get. We're going to get a first-round pick in 2027. We're going to get a second-round pick, and we're going to get a player, and there's going to be some extra picks coming in that. He's going to get his haul. It's with how he does. And let's talk about the Mike Vrabel. See, that's a good thing to talk about Because I wonder why are people so mad that these two creep. That's what they got to deal with their spouses. This ain't football. They're like, oh, that what is that? The karma is coming back. What karma? Because she reported about AJ. Yo, Eagle fans are crazy, bro. She reported about what? What happened was I can say what someone think to y'all. They slept together. That looks like it, even no matter what they say. It looks like it to me. And a report came out that supposedly the private investigator was hired by Rossini's husband. That's coming out like, oh my. So I'm looking at it, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. She was a reporter of the year. I said, yo, that ain't got nothing to do with that. They gotta deal with that. It's entertainment right now. That's what it is. But what she reporting is real. Everything she was reporting, listen, it was coming from us. What you know, though, which it goes on all the time. Y'all just ain't got the clips. Y'all ain't got the pictures. That goes on all the time. People meeting mutually. I'm going to say it like that to be professional. They're meeting mutually to talk business, and they get pillow talk. That happens, man, and it happened. That's what happened. She found out what we know. Vrabel's the coach of the Patriots, and he wants A.J. Brown. But he didn't come out in the report and say, when they asked him about it, he said, I'll do anything it takes to make my team better. That's what he says. See how they talk? See how people talk? I mean, Jerry Jones, he's the worst, though. He just was bad, though, doing bad business. He's like, we're not going to trade Micah. He's going to stay here, and that's it. He's going to stay here at the Dallas Cowboys forever and ever. The next thing you know, he's out of here. I'm going to keep him on his contract. Remember, I have him under contract. He's talking all that mess. Man, Mike is out of here. And it turns out the Eagles was going to make a fish for him. They asked for Jalen Carter, and the talks are off. Too much. You know what I mean? Then after that, people started putting out example of rumors. Jalen Carter is what? That never was said. They mentioned Jalen Carter, not the Eagles. So you got to watch rumors, but when things are coming attached to facts, you just got to rock with them. Pass rusher. That's the one. In the first round? Nah. Unless Ruben Bain. This thing about Ruben Bain, he got into a car accident. It's like a couple of years ago, something like the Jalen Carter since somebody died. And it's something about him falling. So you see stuff coming out. Will the Eagles be interested in Ruben Bain? They're not going to go up to get Ruben. They're not trading up for nobody but a receiver. That's the only thing they're trading. Everything else, they're waiting. Maybe they'll go 2 or 3 picks, for somebody that's like Ruben Bain. If Ruben Bain come to 18, they're going to be like, oh, whoa. Like I say, Kenyon Sadiq, they're going, oh, but you talking about up like 15, like 8? Oh, they're going to go get a receiver. That's it. But as far as like Ione, if they might trade up a couple like to 18 for him, he's a heck of a guard. This man throw you into your mama and your daddy. Like his man is, he's nasty. Ione is it, man. Khalib Lamu is like Lane Johnson. They had him in for a visit. He's like Lane Johnson, man. He's something different. He's like a wall, like Lane Johnson. And people's worried about the offensive line. These guys are still going to be good. It's still going to be good. I told Cool Cat on a couple episodes. The one bad thing about the offense is when you run the ball, you just can't run them up. You got to have certain ways to design to make them block, and this is not working right. The offensive coordinator and Jeff Stalin it was not going good. As you can see, things have changed. The running game coordinator, when Nick Sirianni took over, and put some plays in there, they got better near the end of the season. Because Jeff Stalin being the run game coordinator was something they had to change also, which they did. The Eagles, listen, man. Listen. The Eagles, I see that, Mike. I see y'all guys, man. I'm just looking at the comments, man. What's going on? Eagles need a safety. Toledo. Emmanuel, you talking about Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Yeah, right there. Emmanuel McNeil Warren. What's up, little Griffith? Yeah. Now that I think they're gonna bring him in for a visit too. It's getting down to the last of them, and he's Quinyon Williams' boy. They already was looking at one of the cornerbacks. I forgot his name from Toledo that they know in the visit because they have virtual meetings too. You got top 30 visits and virtual meetings are 2 different things, and then you got visits that they do with guys like Nick Dawkins. They're local products, so that's not a top 30 visit. They say it's a local product. Nick Singleton, running back out of Penn State, they brought him in. I don't see them going hard after no running back, but It's a local visit. It's a top 30. Even though he's an elite guy, he's gonna be going by like the 4th round, man. Nick Singleton, that guy out of PA, one of them guys. But yeah, that's it. But yeah, I think Emmanuel McNeil Warren is one guy, for sure. For sure. I think that's a guy they'll bring in. And Dylan Diamond, if I'm saying that name right, the guy from Oregon, a safety, big time 4-4 runner. I mean, they're gonna get a safety. That's another guy that they're gonna draft a safety. They're gonna draft the offensive lineman. And they're going to draft a pass rusher, and they're going to draft a receiver. That's going to be there, and a tight end. All those are going to get listen, that's going to happen. But if a guy's good enough, they might not. They might wait till they're undrafted because they'll trade all they pick. If the guy's good enough, they'll make the trade. So we got to see, because the Eagles also are on the horn as a team. A lot of trades are going to happen in this draft. It's already on the green light. A lot of trades, more than they're predicting the most in history. Now, I forgot what year it was. A lot of them happened, and Howie Roseman was a part of that year where a lot of trades happened and broke the record. But this year is supposed to be big. A lot of trades are going to happen. And guess what? General manager is predicted to make multiple trades. Listen, man. It's happening. The Eagles, it's time to when Howie says it's going to be a change and things time to happen, he saw the first roll of the dice. It didn't work. We're going to come back. Howie always come back with the big joker. He always come back with the big joker. This is their year. Listen for this year. Jalen Hurts, this is what's going to happen. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Jalen Hurts is going to be an MVP candidate again. Jalen Hurts is going to break records again. He's going to do the same thing he did before. This time, y'all going to see what y'all want to see, though. It's been lined up. When he get the play blueprint, he runs with it. He didn't get that blueprint, and he was working with what he had. That's all he was doing. He's making decisions based on what the playbook is. Now he get a playbook that relates to a quarterback. You get a quarterback talking to a quarterback. He gonna roll with it. This is it. You're talking about 4,000 this year. I'm predicting it. 4,000. 4,000. It could be 45,000 yards for Barkley. He gonna get more because it's gonna be a better line. I think a lot of guys on that line are going to be better. Cool Cat, Miles Henry. They did a lot of good drafting last year. Miles Henry, Cameron Williams. We forgetting about them guys. They got Drew Kendall. These were all big time guys. Hollis Pierce was a guy they drafted. These are all guys that are talented. And then they're going to go in again and go get. Now they're emphasizing that because of the Atlanta Dickerson saying about his injury. But him and Cam Jurgens, I'm told, are doing good in all season, getting back to recovering it. But Lane Johnson going to be gone soon. No, he one of them guys. Two times. He one of them guys. They're going to be gone soon. All of them. I mean, Jake Elliott, I'm hoping he doing this thing. We had that kicker, that athletic kicker. I forgot his name. Remember, we had him on the Ball Street Blitz. We talking about him. It's going to have to be replacement kicker soon, man, because you got to be kicking that ball, man. That's my guy forever, Jake Elliott. 2 times, man. Listen, man, no. But if you are going down, you're going down. And start talking about A.J. Brown age. They saying he's 29. Dude's still elite. He's going to be elite. He got about 4 or 5 more. 5 more. I'm going to say 5 more. Man, it's too. Listen, stop that. The thing is, he wants to. This is the big thing. And now I can go back to that because it didn't matter at first. When we won the Super Bowl, he was saying, he was like, yeah, I know I won the Super Bowl, but I want more than that. This wasn't the exact stuff he said, but it was it was that point. Go back to that. I don't know if y'all remember that, hearing that. He was like, I want more than that. I want to, you know what I mean? I just want him more. I want to put more on my resume, which means he wants to add his stats up. He want to be one of the best statistical receivers now that the Super Bowl don't matter no more. Now, Smith agreed, but Smith was more like, I feel what he's saying because that was his boy. But Smith is humble as hell. Smith is not going to be like that. Smith is a different monster. He going to get you on the field, and he know he going to get paid. He knows it. He's not even worried about that. He's worried about doing his thing. AJ is like T.O. That Keyshawn was like that. Anybody remember Keyshawn? Just give me the damn ball. Y'all remember that fucking book? That was crazy.
Yep.
That was the craziest receiver. You ain't a book. Talk about give me the ball. Like, what's better way to make your quarterback look like shit? That was crazy. The Eagles are okay, everybody. All right? The Eagles are okay. What we going to worry about and love coming up is his defense. Y'all look at the defense. Who going to throw on them? Like, realistically, Michael Carter Jones, the second, is he's moved to safety. He might win there. So That's gonna be big. Now next week we're gonna get it in, man. Listen, I don't know what they always come through. Let Cool Cat know the deal. My schedule, what's going on, but we gonna get it going. And this is it, man. This is we gotta listen.
Yes, talked about when's the next episode, leader? Because next week is the big week.
Yeah, draft time. Draft time. Anybody don't remember? 23rd to the 25th is the draft. April 23rd to the 25th. All right, you got the 23rd is the first round. They used to do the first and second round. Now they do the first round. And then the 24th will be the second day 2, which is the second, third, and fourth round. The 25th will be the third day, which is the 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds. And I watch them all. I do. My pop used to call me, "You're crazy. You watch all 7 rounds." I watch. I want to see the Eagles pop up every time. It's good we got the phones now because you get notifications. Before you had to be there and watch the whole thing in front of the flat screen. Not flat screen, the floor model. The floor model, y'all, nobody, am I saying something past anybody? Floor model TVs? Okay, I'm so sorry. All right, y'all wasn't around when beepers? Y'all know what a beeper is? Okay, I'm sorry. All right, but no, listen, man, I'm a draft guy. I've been there, so sports writing was just waiting in the back trenches somewhere. I was always, the first draft I ever watched was when the Eagles drafted Lester Holmes. He was an offensive lineman. Buddy Ryan was rolling, and then it started going on. My draft disappointment is a couple of them. John Harris was one. He drafted a defensive end. He was 6'7". Marcus Smith was one. I don't know what the hell they was doing with Marcus Smith. And you know what? Mike Mamula, we shouldn't have traded up to the 7th round to get him. The hell? All right, so, I've been watching drafts for a long time. It's really good to be here. Does Will Anderson contract extension set the bar for the rest of defensive ends? Let's do it. I love the questions. I love the questions. It could. You know what sets the bar? I'm gonna tell you, Zay. If it's the highest paid contract, it just set the bar. If he's the highest paid, like I don't even. You're saying something I don't have, so I'm gonna go into that. I don't really have information on that, but I'm asking you: did he get the highest paid contract among defensive ends?
Yep.
Yes. Yep. It set the bar because now they're gonna go to the. You know what I'm saying? Did he go over Myles Garrett? Oh, Jesus.
Hold on.
Yeah. Definitely. If because that's what like Jalen Hurts was sets the bar. When Jalen Hurts got their highest paid contract, then Justin Herbert and all them, then they went over it. Dak Prescott, because it set the bar. So they're gonna be like, how come I don't get paid like him? It's like when AJ Brown got the highest paid contract in receiver history. When he signed it, he was the highest paid in history. And then Justin Jefferson got his contract.
Yep, the Texans and Will Anderson have agreed to a blockbuster 3-year, $150 million extension with $134 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid non-QB ever. And it also includes a no trade clause.
Guaranteed. Merry Christmas, Anderson family. Oh my God. Well, yeah, you say Zay. Yep. The bar is set. Man. And the thing why some people are doing deals now, because next year the contract, the salary cap goes up. So you better get your stuff out now because it's only gonna get higher, man. I know we talking crazy. You like, oh, it's crazy, leader. What do you mean? You know how much money they getting paid? Nah, it's about to get retarded. And shout out to, I want to say something. Ain't Eagle news. Shout out to Elijah Wilson for getting a Supermax contract of $5 million. That's the Supermax for women? That is diabolically nasty. Shout out to the Flyers. We in the playoffs, yo. Porter Martone is nice, man. Flyers is back. You know what I'm saying? We got shout out to the Sixers. Yo, I watched that game. I was all with it, man. Yo, Philly is winning, man. We winning. Like this first time in a long time where it's been like 4 winning teams. Everybody across the board is sharing that winning. It's good. Philly is good right now. That's what I'm all with it right now. You know what I'm saying? Broad Street is live right now. So I'm all with it. Shout out. Much love to Dawn Staley. They lost to UCLA. It was crazy, but it's Philly right there. Much love to Dawn Staley, legend, always one of the greatest, always one of the best. Jersey Robinson's gonna kill at South Carolina. Shout out to Jersey Robinson. Villanova doing your thing. Yo, listen, man. I got Villanova Radio coming later on.
Wait, what about Flyers episode? Because I saw you got a Flyer episode that should be up like right now.
Yup, yeah. Soon I'm the who's flyered in the Flyers coming up, man. We're gonna talk about the Flyers preview against the Penguins, and you're gonna hear about what I think about
because it said you should have been started a couple of minutes ago.
Yep, there we go. So y'all know I'm there. Y'all hear it. Y'all hear me. Y'all hear a leader here. I'm about to be on there, man. All I gotta do is change the time back, and I'm gonna be on there, man. It'll probably be because I was thinking about this. It'll probably be give me 4. Y'all going 2 hours. I'm gonna be with y'all, man. All Flyers.
I'm switching it now to
4 o'clock. My guys.
4 o'clock for you. So guys, on Tuesday. Yep. So on Tuesday we'll be back with you guys to give our final thoughts on the NFL draft. Yeah. But until then, Tuesday 1 o'clock or 1:20, right, Leader?
Who I predict? Y'all want to know who I think they're gonna get before we roll out?
Go ahead, talk to us. Who we getting?
It's 2 different roles. It's 2 guys. Max, I don't say his name right. Max, a height, you know what I'm saying? He's from Arizona State. Y'all gonna kill. But that's offensive lineman they like, man. And they always like people who ace the combine. Know that. When you ace the combine, they come for you. As far as that, Jordan Tyson. They like Jordan Tyson like hell. Like to say you're gonna trade up like that. Oh my God. They want him. So those are the 2 guys I feel like, and that's crazy. They both played at Arizona State.
Right.
It's crazy. So it is what it is. Second round, I think it's gonna be if it's a receiver first, it's gonna be offensive lineman in the second round. And then you're gonna see a pass rusher for sure in the third. And they got a lot of picks in the first 100. Like they got a lot of picks, so it's gonna be big, man. So yo, shout out to y'all, Broad Street, everybody, Steve Walsh, Alex Wright, Lord Brunson, Simone Stanley, everybody out there doing your thing. Michkowski, do your thing, man. Do your thing, man. Shout out to everybody out. Shout out 247 High Level Sports. We out, y'all.
Peace.